Hello and welcome to episode 70 of Speak Free with MattyG. Joined here by a very special guest. We got JC, the most feared NRL fan, the most talked about NRL fan / content creator, huge Dragon supporter. We'll talk about that today and all the drama that ensued with that. We'll talk about Kyle Flanagan. And of course, we'll talk about the iconic... I'll let you do it.
God.
But welcome, bro. Welcome to Speak Free Studio, mate.
Thanks for having me. It's a sick studio. Glad I made it out here today.
Yeah, made it to Penrith. You're doing a few drop-offs today for your label.
Yeah.
I got a hoodie off you, so I'm keen to wear it.
Yeah.
Keen to represent that shit, especially after they came for the Tigers. You know. I want you to teach me how to do it properly. A few of the boys were teaching me last night. I don't know. I feel like I'm too fucking white for this shit. But
you just gotta act like you're about to spit. So you gotta go and then odd.
Hot.
Yeah, hot. That's what it is. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
But I love it, man. The culture you've created, I think, is phenomenal. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Is that I guess St. George, right? I think culturally you probably fit in better with Dogs fans, right? Because they can appreciate sort of where you're coming from with how you present yourself within your content. But talk me through that whole scenario with Dragons. Obviously you're making videos, they're blowing up. You're coming hard for Flanagan. I always thought it was done in humor, right? I always thought it's just funny, right? A lot of people didn't think that, including the club, clearly. And now, obviously, there's a weird, situation. I guess a unique situation is that the coach is your halfback's dad, right?
Yeah.
So that adds a different layer to it all. But what was that like? Because I'm thinking of like my Tigers, right? And I'm thinking if they reached out and got me fucking banned, bro, I don't know how I would feel, because like you, like me, you probably spend a lot of money supporting this club. You go to all the games, you travel a lot. You're also a joint venture, so you're traveling between two home grounds and whatnot, plus away games. What was that like for you?
Honestly, when it first happened, I was like shocked. I was like, this is surely an accident. Like, why are they blocking a fan? Like, am I that much in the head of the dressing sheds that you got to go and block me? And then I'm like, you know what? Who gives a fuck? It's probably just a social media manager that's probably like an 18-year-old girl that's got nothing to do with the club that's went and blocked me. And then I was like, you know what? I still support this club. I still love this club. I'm still going to go to the games. It's the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to see the club be good again. And when that all happened and I started getting a lot more love from the fans, they're like, oh, I can't believe they blocked you. You're just saying what we want to say, except you've got like this platform to say it and whatever. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing myself. And if they're going to keep pushing back, that's on them. They've got no jurisdiction over me.
That's true. They don't own you. You're not an employer of the club,
literally,
right?
Yeah.
So, now they didn't just block you off their own account, right? They got your accounts shut down.
Yeah. So
right?
What I heard was they reported me to the NRL, and then the NRL, obviously there was this big thing where everyone was like, all eyes on me, because the integrity unit got involved, and they're like, oh, we're going to investigate social media abuse is what they called it.
Fucking hell. That's crazy. Having an opinion on a player.
Literally. And it's not like I sent any death threats, or it's not like I personally attacked him. I was just calling him shit. And
yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot worse said behind cameras.
100% there is. At the games there's worse said.
Way worse.
I've heard worse said, I've been at that many games, Tigers games, where Tigers fans have fucking, blasted their own players and said some horrible shit and whatnot. I must say our fans are a lot better now that we've actually got a side worthy of respect. But yeah, that must have been wild to... So who reached out to you and told you that the NRL, or was it something you just saw, or...
So that's the worst thing about the whole situation, was no one reached out to me at all. And it was just like through Hectic Fred, actually. He messaged me and he's like, I can't believe they took your account down, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. And then we got off the phone after like half an hour. Calls me back 5 minutes later. He's like, bro, why the fuck did you not tell me you're getting investigated? I'm like, am I getting investigated? He's like, apparently there's a whistleblower going around telling everyone that you're getting investigated. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is so fried. Like, there's no, like, what can they possibly do? Ban me from the games? Fuck it. Oh, well, I'll save myself money. My team's already putting me through enough misery. I'll stay at home. And then it just all blew up. And then all the fans, like, all the Dragons fans, when they seen me at the game, they're like, brother, you keep doing what you're doing. You're the man of the people. You're a voice of the voiceless. And then that's when the DeBellin situation came out. And then the first person to reach out to me was Buzz Rothfield. And then I went and told him to go fuck himself pretty much because I'm not speaking to that bloke. I know he would have twisted my words and made me look like a villain. So no, thank you.
Oh, man. Buzz is, obviously a veteran journalist for those that don't know. I'm sure everyone watching this knows who Buzz Rothfield is. But you're right. He probably would have. It would have been an NRL 360 fucking story.
He still managed to write an article about me in a bad way, even though I didn't speak to him. And he's like, he refused to comment and he tried to make me look like a bad bloke that's hiding behind my screen and stuff. And I'm like, brother, get a life. Is there nothing better to commentate about in footy that you have to talk about a fan?
And you get used on so many articles, man. Like, so many fucking articles. I'll be on fucking news.com.au and I'll see your face. I'll be like, what the fuck is going on, man?
With the whole Horde situation as well, that was like last week. They're like, superfan Jean-Claude Bitar's out here teaching players how to abuse people and give them the Horde. I'm bro, get over it. I went and messaged Samuela and I'm like, brother, you're the best thing that's ever happened to the NRL. So I went and I'm like to him, you know what? I'm going to send you a couple of my hoodies. And he's like, please, brother, it's going to be funny.
Oh, man. I hope you post with them.
I'm going to see him on Monday, hopefully. So
yeah, man.
I hope he posts a photo in him.
When if I see him tomorrow after the game, I'll let him know.
Yeah, let him know.
I'll say I was with JC yesterday. Wants you to post a photo once you get those hoodies. Man, I love those boys. Like the whole Whanau, like all those brothers are just absolute legends. I'm so happy to have them at our club. Good fucking family. Really good family. But yeah, crazy, bro. I don't know how I would. I've tried to put myself in your shoes. Like if. Maybe, sometime one day I make content that the club doesn't agree with, and if they come for me, I'm going to be like, what the fuck?
Lucky you didn't get onto the content scene a couple of years earlier, because you would have been blocked, banned,
bro.
Sent back to wherever.
Yeah, I can't try to get into the Leichhardt Hill. They just fucking,
definitely
sorry,
not.
mate.
With your face printed on the gate. Don't let him in.
Oh man, I saw you on you're on League Lads podcast, hey?
Yeah.
And I saw you call one of the things that fucking made me laugh, man. Was like, you fucking Arab terrorist.
I guarantee you that's what's going on around the NRL headquarters. Don't let this sand monkey into our games. Especially that you're a St. George fan, not like a Doggies fan. You know what I mean? Yeah, it makes it worse.
It's different. You stand out.
Yeah. You like balls on a fish, brother.
Yeah, you're not that typical Cogra white boy. You know. It's a different breed. How did you become a St. George fan anyway? Is it your family or?
Yeah, so my dad grew up, and his first game was when he was about 6 years old. He tells me 74. It was Dragons versus Panthers, because his uncle was a mad Dragons fan. They moved from Lebanon, and being a Christian Lebanese, he's seen the name St. George, and because obviously he was very into his religion at the time, and he's seen St. George, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna follow this team. And then he's taken my dad to a game, and Dragons had beaten Panthers, and obviously my dad decided to go for the winning team. Unlucky to me, lucky to him, because he got to see a bit of the glory days growing up in the 70s and 80s and whatever. And then he used to take me to all the games as a kid. And the first game I actually remember was 2004, Cogra, Dragons versus Tigers. And we beat Tigers 50-0, and I got scammed that day. I'm like, I love this team. This team's really good.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what happened to me too.
And you know what the worst thing about it is? Either way I go, I get fucked over.
Yeah. That's true. Man, our joint ventures, we need to stick together, because it's been a fucking rough trot. It has been a rough trot.
Has. And the NRL does not favour us one bit.
No, they hate us, right? And it's funny because the NRL sort of, I think, owns the rights to the West Tigers as a brand.
They do.
And I just think, why don't we ever get the rub of the green? Tigers doing well and St. George doing well is good for the league.
Well, we
It's
saw
good for
that
the
in
league.
like 2010. I think we both finished in the top 4 along
Yeah,
with the Dogs as
versus
well.
each other in a prelim.
Yeah,
You
and
beat
you
us
see,
13-12. It's okay.
I'll
I'm
never
over it.
forget that game. And then you just see like the buzz around Sydney in terms of NRL. It's just so hype when you got Parramatta, Dogs, Tigers, those sort of culture clubs. When they're doing well, the NRL does well in terms
Yes.
of revenue, viewership. There's just so much hype going around, and I don't understand why the NRL doesn't favor us. Not in terms of like rigging it towards us, but like give us something. You know what I mean? Every time we play a game, especially Tigers or Dragons, you see the refs they just don't want us to win. They've got everything and anything against us.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Shane Richardson was right in saying that. Like, I don't think... and I think that's probably why the results of the investigation never fucking came to light, because they probably thought, fuck, he's actually right, guys. Yeah. Shit, we do favour the top teams. Because they do. It is true. Like, they fucking 100% do. When there's those 50-50 calls, and I'm not the type to blame a ref, right, for a loss. I think at the end of the day, like, you've got to... You make your own destiny.
Of course.
But in those tight games where there's a 50-50 calls that change a game,
Well, we've seen it yesterday in the Dragons game. There was a complete and obvious obstruction, and he says play on. He's put his apparently he put his arm out into the player. But when Harry Grant did that against the Panthers the night before, they penalised Liotta for standing there.
Yes,
and it doesn't even make sense.
And he didn't even move.
It's within 24 hours. How can there be a rule change? And we go back the week before against the Sharks. They go, oh, Sloane's going for the ball in mid-air, and then he changes to a tackle, penalty try.
Yeah,
stupid. It's just week in, week out, as Dragons fans, we're sick of seeing the NRL or referees or whoever it may be just not give us the 50-50 calls at all. We get 0 50-50 calls. It just never comes our way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like this bias they have without even realizing it, you know. Or if there's a proper script and agenda that they're getting, you know. I'd like to think there's not, and I don't think there is, right? I think it's too hard a sport to rig like that. But yeah, I think there is this inherent bias that Panthers are a really good team, so they're not going to fuck up. Like they wouldn't do that. Wrong, you know. Like it must be Tigers must have fucked up there.
Yeah.
Or Dragons, you know, and then the calls come and you know it represents that that bias. But yeah, it's a weird one, because then, you know, you could look at Dogs a few years ago, and they'll probably copping the shit end of the stick too, and they've built themselves up to a point now where they're probably getting those 50-50 calls a bit more even now. So I think it is. I think it's once a team actually proves that they're a good team. I think the refs have this, I guess, you know, at the end of the day, a ref can't be on for 80 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's when it's those tough calls, I think it's going to go the way of...
Look, the way that I see it is the teams that are obviously doing better is the NRL sees them as revenue, because they're bringing in fans, they're bringing in money. So they're like, you know what, we may as well give them everything we possibly can in a way where it's not rigging the game, but we're going to favour them so that their fans keep turning up. Imagine the Dogs don't get the 50-50 calls.
Yeah.
Their fans will turn against. They won't go to the games. They'll lose those 40,000 fans that they get to a core stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's always those teams that are in the top end of the table that do bring revenue to the NRL. They're obviously going to favour them, because at the end of the day, it's a business. As much as it is a sport, it's a business.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice if Panthers fans could turn up to games. Comments too far away.
Let's not talk about that, because we'll talk. The Roosters, the prime example. They've been successful for how long, and they still can't get more than 10,000 to a game.
Yeah. See, I'd love to agree with you, but they actually do have one of the highest average attendances.
Because of the away supporters.
Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. My mate even said last night, he goes, I'm not going to talk too much good about the Dogs. He goes, but I will say their fans really did turn up tonight. And he's like, they're probably the loudest away fans that he's heard.
Bunch of bandwagoners. Where were they 2 years ago when they were getting 6,000 at a call?
That's true. Yeah.
Look at us, our two clubs. We both haven't been anywhere near finals for about 10 years. We sold out 4 home games last year. You sold out 2.
Yeah.
That's what you call proper passion. Not, oh, we'll have 6,000, and then when we're making finals, then we'll start to turn up in 30,000, because any club can do that. And
Yeah.
I'm sure if we were in the top 8, we'd be selling out every single home game.
That's true. And Leichhardt, for the price they charge to get 17,000 there, you know, it's not cheap to go stand on that fucking hill.
I saw the tickets because I was going to go to I think it was the Tigers Dragons game last year at Leichhardt, and I saw the tickets and I'm like, fuck that. No way. If I got to go take me, my 2 brothers, and whoever else wants to come, I got to go take out a bank loan and sell my ass on the street for a couple of hours.
It is fucking expensive, eh? Like, considering it's just a hill.
Should be $20 everywhere, man. The hill's a fucking hill. That's the whole point of the hill. It's to make it affordable for the fans that don't want to sit in the stand.
on like game day. I think it was like $60.
It's fucking stupid, man.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm a member, and you know, to any Tigers fan complaining, be a member and you'll save money, mate. So don't complain if you're not gonna fucking put the passion in, dog. But yeah, so for me, it's like, I don't know, maybe works out to be $30 a game or something like that. Which is fine, you know, I'm happy to pay that. The amount I spent on Tigers this year is ridiculous. I bought fucking pretty much every merch item there is. I reckon I've spent like $5-6 grand maybe to travel as well. Yeah. Went over to New Zealand. I'm going to try and go to every single game next year, home and away. And hopefully it's a fucking good year, and then, you know, we'll be playing finals footy too. I think we will.
Let's hope.
I think we're building.
We're building. I'd like to see the Tigers in the finals. I'm not going to lie. Can
you imagine our first finals game, like since 2011?
I think win or lose, there's going to be tears everywhere.
Yeah, especially if we lose, cunt. I'm going to be killing some motherfucker.
You're still going to be happy to be there after.
I will be.
2011 was the last one.
2011,
and the last finals game you won was actually against us. When Benji Marshall accidental knock on.
Oh,
I'll never forget, that was right in front of me. That was the last final you won.
First week, right?
First week against us.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, because that was before it was changed to the top 4 scenario.
Yeah.
Hey.
You guys finished 4th, we finished 5th.
So we still had to play the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because 4th versus 5th, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
And we were lucky enough that 2 teams below us had lost. We went away the next week and we lost to a fucking Darren Lockyer shonk of a field goal.
That's right. Yes.
I'll never forget it. And I don't know if who'd you guys lose to?
Warriors, 2011.
There you go. Because Warriors went on that magical run. They beat you, Melbourne, and then...
Yeah, and then choked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, cunts. I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't have cared about losing to the eventual premiers.
Yeah, it's always...
You went and fucked it. Beat Melbourne, down in Melbourne. You can't win a fucking grand final in Sydney. Dogs. Nah. I love the Waz. Have you ever been to Auckland?
Never. I wanted to go so badly this year, but no point. No point. Club doesn't like me. Players don't like me.
Do the players not like you?
Honestly, the players do love me. Every time they see me, like especially...
Have you met Cole Flanagan since all this stuff?
I've been trying my best to actually meet him, because now that he's actually putting some good games together, I want to say, you know what? Good on you, brother. You're actually finally playing good.
Yeah.
But, you know, he won't come towards the fence. I don't know why. Maybe he's been told to avoid it altogether. But every other player, like last week, was the best interaction I've ever had. Luciano walks up to the fence. He's taking photos. And I go, Luch, can I get a photo? He didn't say who I was. He's like, yeah, brother, 1 second. Let me sign this. Turns around, looks at me. He's like, oh, JC. Oh. And he starts laughing. And then he goes and gets a photo with me. He's like, please, G, tag me in TikTok, eh?
Man, nothing makes you feel better, eh? Like, I've had a few of the boys start watching my content now and that. And that's sort of how I got, you know, I guess noticed by the club. And they brought me in for, you know, a really cool experience. I got to go to the tour of the Centre of Excellence and whatnot. And, you know, as a Tigers diehard, like, fuck, man, I was just in heaven, eh? And yeah, I'm chilling there on, like, the sideline and watching them train. A few of the boys, like, they finish and a few of the boys are still in the field. And Romy sees me and he just goes, Matty! And I'm just like, bro, this is
knows
crazy.
me.
This is crazy. Yeah, he follows me now and shit, so it's mad.
That's so cool.
We've built, like, actually, like, a pretty good, like, you know, I don't want to sound like a wanker here, but, like, it, you know, at the end of the day, like, there is a relation there, you know, between player and fan and, or player and content creator, whatever the fuck, you know. But the boys love what I'm doing, so I've been told, and so they've told me, the some that follow me and that. But it makes you feel good. It's like, well, I'm doing the right thing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm putting out content that's, you know, obviously in line with the players, the playing group, in line with the club, and in line with what the fans want to see. So, and I'm sure you get that as well.
From every player from every club. I get players from different clubs messaging, and they always like the most recent one was actually Samuela, because I messaged him, I'm like, brother, you've gone down in history with that Khod. He's like, thanks, my brother. He's a really nice bloke. He's like, thanks, my brother. Khod always this and that. We had a bit of a convo. I'm not going to go into detail just in case he gets in trouble. But I'm like to him, I'm going to give you some hoodies. He's like, yeah, please. But make sure you send it to the training ground, because I want to show the Oisies. So hopefully I get to get down there while they're training on Monday and speak to a couple of the boys, have a laugh with them, and then, just give them a bit of a khod.
Mate, well, if you get down there, I think you'll love it. It's great facilities, and
I drive past it all the time because it's like 10 minutes from my house. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's dubbed the best one in Sydney or something.
Yeah, well, it's actually the most expensive sporting organisation's HQ other than Fremantle Dockers.
Wow.
Yeah.
So across all Australian sports.
Yeah. So it costs, I think, 70-something million to build it. And Fremantle's was 105 million, which is the...
Wait until Nick Politis finds out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to have to show who's got a bigger...
Yeah. He's like, I've got a bigger dick. I'm going to start swinging that around. We're building a fucking 5-star hotel for the Roosters in Moore Park. Training facilities on the rooftop.
Oh, who knows what he's going to do. He might start building nukes as well.
Yeah, probably will. Probably get started. Oh, man. Mad respect for Nick Politis, but I've actually met him. I met him at, remember when they did the Fan Fest, like before the grand final?
Yeah.
So he was there. Me and my mate went in. Roosters and Tigers were both there the same day, because it was like 4 days or something, and they put different teams in each day. So when we saw Roosters and Tigers were there the same day, I was like, fuck, let's go in, bro. That'll be mad. Like, we'll see the players and that. And Nick Politis was there. Went up and shook his hand. And I go, when are you buying the West Tigers, bro? And he goes, my people call your people, bro. Like, straight away. Just like, for a guy that's worth fucking however many billion, he definitely has a sense of humor. Yeah. So I can't talk shit about Nicky. Uncle Nick, they call him. Uncle Nick. Give me some money, dog. I'm broke.
Just a couple of hundred.
What's it to him?
Nothing. Couch money.
Exactly. He probably finds out he puts his hand down the seat of his car, and goes, oh, fuck. What the fuck?
A bundle of 10 grand.
Yeah. What the hell? 2 grand. How did that fall out of your pocket? Here I am scraping the bottom of the barrel just to afford a fucking chicken and cheese. Fuck. No, I'm kidding. I'm doing all right. Got that D-Max out there. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Tigers plates.
I didn't even see the Tigers plates, but I knew you got an orange for the Tigers.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And they're like, what colour you want? I was like, orange.
Please.
I'm a West Tigers fan.
Please.
But yeah, man, content blown up, right? When did you take me back, right? Because I don't think too many people they've probably seen you like since you've blown up, but when did you start making content?
Original content or like sports content?
Well, either way.
So I used to make content when TikTok first came out, and I used to make funny content, and I obviously blew up off the back of the funny content. Got to about 50-60k followers. Nike reached out, they wanted a sponsorship deal with me and whatever, and
yeah, shit,
funny enough, I actually got banned on that account because my jokes weren't abusive, but they were crossing grey patches. So then they ended up taking me down from TikTok. And at the time, that was like really disheartening. I'm like, I had built up 60k.
Yeah.
And I had like probably one of the most following at the time, because this is when TikTok first came out. So it was like one of the most followed Australian content creators.
And during this is probably during lockdown and shit too.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Like when everyone's at home just fucking scrolling.
Literally.
Scrolling.
Yeah, and then I got taken down, and then I'm like, a year later, I'm like, you know what? Let's try it out again. If it works out, it works out. It doesn't. So I started making a couple of funny videos and whatever. Got to about 7,000 followers. And, excuse me, I remember the first thing that got me into sports content was the Sports Shed charity match. They messaged me, because my brother was in it. And they messaged me. They're like, we're going to have a pull-out. Do you want to play? We're seeing you make content and whatever. I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll come play. And played that game. And I'm like, bro, this was cool. I want to get into the charity match again next year. So let's start making sports content. I already fucking love the Dragons. I go to every single game. I'm as fanatic as they come. So then the first video I posted was on Valentine's Day. And I'm like, fuck you girls. You can have your Valentine's Day. It's Teamless Tuesday. I don't give a fuck. And then everyone started buying into my content. And I was talking about the trials and whatever.
So that was this year, was it?
Yeah, that was this year. And then the trials came around. We had won our 2 trials. And obviously, I'm a smarter, so I'm like, I'm buying my grand final tickets. Fuck you guys. See you in October 5 and whatever. And then we had the Dogs' first game. And obviously, we were going to lose. And I knew we were going to lose because we never beat the Dogs. But I was hyping it up. Fuck you, we're finally going to beat you, this and that. We ended up losing. And I lost my shit online. I'm like, I'm so sick of losing to this team. Got about like 60K views at the time. And everyone loved it. And they were putting it on me and whatever. And then the rest is history.
Yeah. Well, it's actually it's similar to me in terms of when I started making, I guess, footy content. Because this podcast actually started 5 years ago. But I didn't. It wasn't never going to be a footy podcast. Like, I've always loved league. I've always been a diehard fucking Tiger supporter, and ask any cunt, they'll know. But it was never my like. I just thought the NRL space was already, I guess, it had its people, you know. That's how I started. It had its people, and I'm going to do my own thing. And I was very big against the government during COVID and all that. And I thought, well, you know, if I can get some people on and I can, you know, start giving my opinion in a longer form way, that's what I'll do. And then it sort of morphed into just people I was interested in and whatnot. But this year I had Retro Rugby League on. And then I just got followed by fucking all these NRL content creators.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I dabbled in it in the past. I had that on last year. I had Nick Stav on. I had, you know. Yeah. So, but this year, once all that sort of blew up and I was like, well, fuck. Like, I was getting mad love from everyone. I was like, well, I'm going to go more into this. And then everyone that was hitting me up to come on the podcast were also NRL content creators. So I was like, well, it's sort of becoming this now. But I don't want to ever call it an NRL podcast because the fact is that by October, everyone's done with footy.
Literally, yeah.
So I don't want to keep going. So I'm going to have, you know, a whole bunch of different people on and people I'm interested in. And, you know, I want it to be an extension of me. And obviously the Tigers is such a massive fucking part of my life that I'm happy for between February and October to be a footy podcast. And the rest of the time, you know, check out some other shit I'm interested in as well. So, but in terms of actually filming stuff at games, that started at the end of last year. With some of the Tonga game and whatnot, and just interviewing fans, and that went really well. So I was like, all right, I need to do more content from actually at games next year. So that was all planned anyway. But then, yeah, it's morphed into it. It's had its own journey, you know. So
you just got to go with the flow eventually.
100%, and that's what I've stopped kind of going. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. There's some things I want. And I'm getting them, so it's cool. Some things I've put out there in the universe, and it's starting to come true for me now, so it's mad. But in terms of like what the podcast is actually going to be, I'll let it be what it becomes, you know?
Exactly right.
And that's how
you can't force it, because if you force it, it's gonna hinder its progress.
Exactly, yeah.
You just go with the flow, because in the off season, you never know. You might get into like, I don't know if you watch football or whatever, but you might start slowly getting into the football or the NBA, whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm a big NFL guy. So
there you go.
Yeah,
the NFL's around the corner, isn't it?
Ravens, baby. Yeah, we play tomorrow, our second preseason.
There you go.
I'm keen. Yeah, I'm a big Ravens fan. Yeah, not super into football, soccer, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Aussies out there, my fellow white Aussies, soccer.
That hurt the heart.
But did it?
Yeah.
I to be honest, I call it football. You know, depending on who I'm talking to. If it's someone who I know that's going to understand what I'm talking about, then I'll say football. But other than that, soccer. But I am a Manchester United fan.
So we can't be friends.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not super into it. I got into it like last year.
What a shit year to get into it.
Yeah, I had my mate got me into it. He's
what a shit mate.
Yeah. But anyway, enough about that. But I probably should get into it more. It gives me more sport to watch, you know. But it's fucking football, soccer, whatever the fuck. It's hard to watch because there's so many, like, it's on so many different fucking streaming platforms. Like, I wish there was just one.
Well, now they've all conjoined that into Stan Sport this year. So it's all on one. So the Premier League, the Champions League, anything to do with like European sort of is on Stan Sport.
Is on Stan. Okay.
Yeah.
And Stan Sport's an extra charge to Stan. Yeah.
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Fucking dogs.
All you need is one mate to have one subscription.
That's true. That's true. Just recently, I was using someone else's Foxtel for fucking ages, right? So tried to log in. I was like, bro, I swear I'm putting in the password right. Looked through text messages. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting it in right. No, they fucking changed the password on me.
Fucking wankers.
Dogs. So I was like, fuck. So now I've had to get KO. $25 for the first month. $40 after that.
Fuck, KO's a rip, man.
It's a rip, eh?
What are you gonna watch on KO besides the footy?
Yeah, NFL, but I can get DAZN for that. So.
And it's so much cheaper.
Yeah, but DAZN's becoming Foxtel anyway, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
taking over everything. They've got a lot of stuff on there.
So it's all going to combine into one.
Yeah.
I'm spewing about the UFC. Paramount Plus gets it, but in America, we're still going to have to get pay-per-views because they've got to deal with KO. Are you a UFC guy?
I'm big in the UFC, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's winning this week?
Duplessis.
No. Hamzat, my boy.
Yeah, look, I don't really care either way.
I can't stand.
I'm not a huge fan of either of them.
I can't stand DDP.
Yeah.
He's a fucking wanker.
See, I was a big Strickland guy.
So was I.
I like Strickland.
I love those raw characters.
Yeah.
And DDP tries to be that raw character, but he just comes off as a wanker.
Yeah, well, I think UFC is in a bit of an identity crisis at the moment.
Well, ever since the McGregor situation where he got all eyes on the UFC, everyone's trying to be him. Yes. Rather than being himself.
Yeah.
So
and UFC's actually, I watched a video the other day. Some guy did a deep dive into it as to why like the UFC's in a lull, like in a decline.
Yeah.
And the UFC is actually putting in a lot less money and effort into promoting fighters.
Yeah.
Like the McGregor Aldo, that got a worldwide press tour, like a worldwide press conference tour.
It's like, fight to think. Even like him and the Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
I think it's the most pay-per-view fight in history.
That was a fucking wild time, eh?
I can't believe like that certain period that we lived through is honestly a golden generation.
Yeah. I feel like it's not even real, eh? Like, McGregor versus Mayweather, Donald Trump becomes president.
We had so much in our lifetime. And you know what I sit back and I think? I sit back and I think, like, we lived the golden generation because in every sport across, like, the world, we've seen the best of ever almost. Like, we've seen, for example, Thurston and Cleary in our lifetime. And we've seen LeBron James in the NBA, and we've seen Messi and Ronaldo in the soccer, and we've seen what's his name, the quarterback from the NFL. I forgot his name now. I've gone mind blank.
Tom Brady.
You know what I mean?
Federer, Nadal. Like
across everything, we've just seen the best at everything. Like we've lived the golden generation.
Yeah, we really have in terms of sport for sure, 100%. Yeah, I mean UFC without McGregor, without McGregor and Ronda Rousey. Man, I couldn't even imagine where it'd be at today. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Especially McGregor. But I can't knock Rousey either because she really put it on the map as well in terms of the mainstream because it was a chick fighting. It wasn't brutal, you know what I mean? Like because she was such a good judo wrestler, I guess, or whatever. Whatever the fuck, She's good at doing an armbar, that's what I'm saying. But, like, it was quick fucking tap outs, like, that sort of thing. It was exciting to see. And then, obviously, McGregor then exploded onto the scene just after, around the same time, but just after. And then he just exploded it, advanced it probably 15 years.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the boys before, like Jones and Silva.
100%. And they 100% paved the way.
Yeah. They called so he could walk.
Yeah. But McGregor just, man, if I was Dana White, like, fuck, McGregor comes along, you're just licking your lips because you're like, this guy.
That's why he sucked him off so hard.
Yeah. Because he's not only a great fighter, but he's the best promoter of fucking promoting himself.
I think he's the best sports character of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any greater character than him, and it's because he went against everything that was meant to be the guidelines.
Yes.
And that's why when we bring it back to the NRL and the whole situation that happened with Fainu, like, give the players some character. Give it some entertainment.
100%.
The sports is meant to be entertainment. It's not meant to be a suited up tie fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Give the players some character. Allow them to get back at the fans. Like, that's what we hype up for. And like, I'm sure the next time the Tigers and Bulldogs play, there's gonna be some intensity behind it because there's like the get back factor. Like, oh, let's get them back for that horde. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like I said, if Bulldogs players, literally anyone listening, Bulldogs players want to claws out in my fucking face, I'll be sitting front row, motherfucker. Do it. I love it. I love that shit.
That's what I'm saying. And everyone's like, oh, it didn't happen to your team. I'm like, brother, if Lomax had scored the winning goal in the grand final and ran up to the field, took his pants off and gave me a horde with a heart on, I'd laugh.
Yeah.
Like, brother, that's goated. That is goated. Like, as if you don't want the players buying into what your fans are doing.
100%. I mean, it builds culture, right? And
course.
it's bums on seats. That's
Yeah.
that's what you're getting out of it. And yeah, I think when we try and make it this like cookie cut, clean sporting organisation, you're going to lose fans because NRL rugby league has been built on being a working man's game, right?
And they're catering to the wrong class of fan.
100%.
They're catering to the 1% rather than the 99%.
Yes, the ones who are turning out to games are your fucking Westies. Are you people who don't take themselves too seriously? Are the people who like having a drink, having a laugh, being with their mates, good banter. Those are the ones who are the most passionate, who are coming to every game. And those are the ones you should be,
Catering to.
Yeah.
It's an entertainment.
Think about the children. Mate,
fuck them.
but also, do you think any Bulldogs parents, right, are going there going, they just saw, oh my God, he just did the hod to my little kid. Mate, there was fucking 8-year-olds doing it to me, cunt, at the game.
I'm telling you, those same kids are saying and doing worse in front of their parents, let alone what the parents are doing in front of those kids.
100%.
If you see the back shot of it, you see fucking kids sticking up the finger straight back to him.
Yes. They didn't show that in all the media, did they?
No,
they didn't show the wide angle.
No, they didn't want to.
Yeah, of course. Fuck you, Buzz Rothfield.
It's always Buzz's fault. The fuckwit.
I wanted you to do something on here. It's up to you if you want to do it or not, but you do the best. I love your Buzz Rothfield impression. Can you please do it for me?
We can't be doing those cards in front of the kids. We got to think about the generation in front of us.
Fuck, I love it, eh? You're doing better than anyone, cunt. That's so funny.
Such an old Sultana.
Oh, man. I do. You know what? But the game needs him too. I will say that.
We need characters. We need controversial people in the game. It's what gets people talking about it.
Exactly.
And this is what I don't understand. Why does the NRL push back on content creators when we're the ones that bring the hype to the game?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen much more engagement in NRL than this year. I honestly don't, and I'm not going to say it's because of me or because of some, but as a collective of content creators, we've bought into this game hard this year.
Yes.
And because of that, our fans are following us.
Yes.
We've become leaders of our fan bases, and whatever you want to say it is, we're actually influencing the game in a good way, and then the NRL pushes back on us. You can't use our footage. You can't do this. You can't say this. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. They make it extremely difficult. I think that will start to turn. But you're right. This year especially, content creators, like, I mean, even at the game last night, for instance, that you're there, Hectic Fred's there, Emilio is there, I'm there.
And a lot of fans come to games just to see us.
Yeah, Mitch Field was there. Fucking
there's
so many.
There's a lot of content creators that go to games, and there's a lot of fans go to games that just go to see them. Like for me, for example, it was a Dragons Knights game. I had a fan that came from Campbelltown who goes for Parramatta, hates the Dragons, dislikes the Knights, and he's there just to meet me.
That's so sick.
That's a ticket sold because of me.
Yes.
And I'm not going to say I sold fucking 19,000 tickets. No. But we do have influence on the game.
Yeah.
And we do have influence on viewership. There's people that don't even watch footy. There's people that don't even like the Dragons or didn't like the Dragons that watch the game and they're like, you know what? Dragons are my second favorite team because of you. I want them to win because of you. You know what I mean? They don't
100%.
see that side. They're just fucking one-eyed pricks.
Yeah. I think. Do you think that's going to change though?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
It'll have to.
The power of social media is too strong for him to ignore.
I think the big switch, big shift, I guess I've seen in probably the past 2 years has been that clubs have really
started to use social media.
Yes, and got content creators to come on board and do stuff with the clubs. I think it's great. There's way more interaction. In a way, a lot of admins for the clubs are content creators in themselves, like
literally
in their own right, in how they interact with fans and stuff. And I think that shift is gonna have to reach the top.
Of course. Well, I've got a question to ask you in terms of that.
Yeah.
When there's news to be broken, 5 years ago, the first source you go to is Fox Sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there's news broken now, where's the first thing you go to?
Yeah. Straight onto social media.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
What does everyone have to say about this? You don't give a fuck about what the mainstream media's got to say. We don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, we are the mainstream media now.
Yes. 100%. I mean, after the whole fucking debate, started with about the about the hod with Samuel Aloha and Nathan and that to the Dogs fans. I didn't go to read what Buzz Rothfield had to write about it. I didn't go to read what Brent Reed had to say about it. None of that shit. I'd see a headline for sure, and then I'd go, all right, now I'm a white guy. Is this actually? I'm like, is it offensive? So straight away I see what you're putting up. I'm like, hectic. All right. I'm not the only one thinking this is fucking crazy. Then I see Hectic Fred put up his. And then Emilio. And I'm like, all right. Well, there's 3 mates right now who are Lebanese who don't agree with this shit. You know what I mean? And we're listening to you because you actually live that. You know what I mean? Rather than listening to some white fucking dinosaur on Fox
That's
League
what pissed me off.
Yeah.
This is my culture, and I've got some fucking old cunt telling me that it's offensive. It's not. Shut up. You've got no idea. What? Because you went into Google Translate and you translated it, and then Google gave you the worst case scenario. Brother, if I go and say I've got an ankle fucking injury, Google come out and told me I've got a brain tumor.
Yeah.
It's always worst case fucking scenario. And this bloke went and Google translated what khod is, and he's like, oh, it's worse than the bird. Go fuck yourself. It's not worse than the bird. It's like saying suck shit to your mate or shut up. It's not fucking bad.
Yeah. 100%, man. I love your stance on it. It's been fucking awesome. And I guess the mutual love between our clubs as well is good. I can't wait till we verse each other again. I hope it's not a fucking Magic Round because
it's always at Magic Round, eh?
Yeah, we've versed each other twice at Magic Round now.
Yeah,
it's both the years I've went too. So
both the years you won.
Yeah. Hey, we have a good record at Magic Round. It should be Magic Round every weekend.
We're fucking 0-5. I hope we get the bye next year.
Who's playing in Vegas?
We are against Dogs.
You going?
Hopefully.
Have you booked anything yet?
Let me get into America first.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They don't like my kind over there. The moment I walk through customs, it's deported. But I'm from Australia. We don't care. You're going back to the caves of Afghanistan.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't even send you back to where you came from.
No, it's just Afghanistan. Yeah. 2-year tour.
Yeah, you get... That's so funny, cunt. Oh man, it is bad over there now, but hey, like even for sort of anyone, especially you guys, but I've even had friends who've gone over there and they've had their phones fucking taken off them and checked, and
apparently they're not very fond of Aussies over there.
Yeah, are they not?
Apparently they're not.
Well, it's probably because they all think we're weak as piss like Albanese maybe, and they all think we're fucking
Donald Trump.
I don't mind Trump.
I don't mind him. I just don't like the fact that we suck up to him.
Yeah.
Be your own identity, you fucking pricks.
Yeah. Although when war breaks out, we sort of gotta suck up to someone because we're a small country.
We're always someone's pet.
Yeah, we will be, but we'll change that. Me and you will run the country, cunt. Fucking oath.
We'll run it from social media.
Yeah. Tigers and Dragons to win a joint premiership every year. Every year, cunt.
They're gonna ask us, what are your thoughts on the Russian conflict? Not my problem.
Yeah. Not my fucking issue, eh?
What's it got to do with me?
I actually wish they would answer it like that sometimes, eh?
Just be a human, bro.
Yeah.
We're so robotic.
The
world is so robotic, and that's what I mean. The sports can't be robotic as well. Fucking give us character.
Yes. Agree. That's the one place we go to escape from that shit,
Literally.
And yeah, I think the NRL's walking a really fucking silly path if they go down this path of wanting to protect their intellectual property. Because guess what, mate? NRL, looking at you, NRL, Abdo, motherfucker. The more people sharing clips from the NRL means more eyes on your fucking game, you idiot.
Could you
Like-
imagine an American trying to do like a review on the sport and then they're like, "Fuck, you can't use that."
Yeah, yeah.
You've just lost the whole market because this bloke's got a following in America and you're not letting him use your fucking your property.
Isn't it crazy? Like, you can go to a game, you're allowed to record at a game, right? Like, with your own phone, kind of, right?
Sort of. They'll still take you down.
But yeah, okay, so for your own footage.
Yeah.
Your own footage at a
Yeah.
game of a trial,
You'll
whatnot.
get copyright if it gets enough traction. It will get copyright.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you're big enough, right? So
Yeah.
it becomes like commercial, right?
Yeah.
That's a fucking joke. That's an absolute joke. Okay, recording devices aren't banned from games. So what gives them the right to
They actually are.
but mobile phones aren't.
Nah, because they can't say you can't bring in a phone. But you're
Exactly.
not allowed to bring in a camera.
No, of course, right? But that's a professional setup. If you've got a fucking phone video,
Yeah.
how is that intellectual property, cunt? I'd say, yeah, it is intellectual property. My intellectual property, cunt. I filmed it, dog.
Well, they fucking used me in about 12 articles.
Exactly.
That's my fucking property.
Yeah, yeah. They're using your face for clicks, mate.
They're using my face and my slogans for clicks.
Yeah.
God, and they're not even spelling it right. Spell it right at least.
Wait, the COD thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're spelling that completely wrong.
Yeah, why are they putting it KHAWD?
Fuck, it's because there's white men trying to tell an Arab man how to spell an Arab word. That's the problem with this fucking world. There's always there's always a certain minority of people that get offended on behalf of another group. Like, why are you getting offended on our behalf? We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Bro, that's so true, eh? And you see it like across the board now. Like, so many people, and it's not just with this situation, like across the board you'll have a group of people, like, okay, what a good example is actually I don't want to get too fucking racist.
You want me to give you a good example?
Yeah, give me a good example so it's not on me.
Cancel me all you want. I don't give a fuck. Looney Tunes had, Speedy Gonzales? He's like a little Mexican mouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, the whites are like, oh, that's a racial profiling of the Mexicans. So then they took Speedy Gonzales off Looney Tunes. And then the Mexicans turned around. They're like, what the fuck's it got to do with views? We actually like this character.
Yeah.
He represents us. Put him back on.
Yeah.
And then the whites are like, oh, sorry. Like, shut up. Stop getting involved in other people's business,
Yes, and you know what? That's a better example. I will go down that. Like the changing of names of food items and shit like that.
Bro, do you remember when they pushed to change the name of Blacktown to Western Sydney because it's racist? It's fucking Blacktown. We didn't say it's a town full of blacks.
Yeah,
it's called Blacktown.
Yeah. I never even put that together. Like, it's called Blacktown because of that. You know what I mean?
No one ever did.
It was just the name of the place.
Literally, and it's
Blacktown.
and it's always.
It's just
that
like, be
certain
careful getting off at the
minority.
train station at night there.
Yeah,
As a white guy.
as any guy or girl.
Oh, girl. Yeah, more so probably for girls. What we got to worry about?
Oh, we got a lot to worry about.
Tigers winning a game. Nah, we're coming good. But yeah, no, I agree. Like, a lot of there's a lot of shit like that where it's a group gets involved that it doesn't even concern them whatsoever. Like, there's videos on YouTube and shit of people going around and going, do you find this offensive, like cultural appropriation? He's dressed in like a poncho and whatnot, for a Mexican. And then he goes to, real Mexicans and they're like, no, we love it. And I'm like, it's just the white liberals, these white, like, fucking college students that are like, that's really offensive. That's really, really offensive. It's like, no, it's 10 minutes. Yeah, sweet as. Sorry, just got it, mate. In ears, producer. Could they hear your voice, mate? Seb? Yeah, I can hear your voice, but can my audience, will they be able to hear your voice? Or am I just talking to myself right now? Oh, that's hilarious. That's going to look funny.
Now you've gone crazy.
Yeah.
Not the first Tigers fan to go crazy. We're still trying to find Thurston's Queensland spirit, mate.
I love him, mate. Have you ever met him?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, mate, come to Leichhardt.
He's still kicking it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Good on him.
Where's your Queensland spirit now,
Is he still screaming it? But now at Harry Grant?
Yeah. Only happens 3 times a year.
One of the best videos ever.
And mate, he's the best. That's Leichhardt for you. But yeah, come next Sunday.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Give me a message.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I'll get you a ticket. My pleasure, bro.
What are you gonna go spend $80 for me to go stand?
Yeah,
on
lad.
there?
Cost me a bomb. I'll have to pay that shit.
Put it on Lewis tab.
Yeah. Hey, Romy, you mind this one, bro? Covering this one for me?
If he knows who it's for, he probably will.
Josie, thank you very much for coming in, brother. I appreciate it heaps. Actually, we'll end with this. Who do you think's going to win the comp this year?
I'm gonna stick staunch from day one.
Melbourne. I like it. They're looking good.
Gonna be tough to beat.
You know, dives and all. They can do it all.
After this, we'll send them to the Olympics. Maybe they'll get us gold in swimming.
Yeah. Oh man, Harry Grant. That was that was a dive and a half. But hey, those are the rules.
Whatever wins you the game.
That's it.
I'm telling you, if the Tigers won you a grand final diving, bro.
Mate, whoever dived, I'd be sucking them off in the dressing rooms, cunt. Don't you worry about
I'd be walking down the streets in a Michael Phelps hat. One of those fucking swimming caps. Call me a diver all you want. I'm going to give a fuck.
Oh, fuck, I love it. You're welcome back anytime, brother. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And remember, guys, speak free with MattyG. Should we end with a...
Hod.